Dr. Kemi Health, I want you guys to look at this chart very carefully and you must, share it massively. It's something you know about already, okay? And I want to make sure I really explain it the right way since I'm now a health consultant. Okay, so let's talk about paracetamol used to cook beef. All right, somebody asked me last week, is paracetamol good for cooking beef? Because they think it's a normal thing and it's a norm. It is not a norm, okay? It is actually poisoning. Now, when I brought this information out in 2010, I was in Canada. In 2014, I was in Nigeria, and NAFDAC ignored me. Well, by 2020, during the pandemic, the NAFDAC of the pandemic now told Nigerians about this problem. Is this something we can control? They're using paracetamol to cook beef at parties, Owambes. And what happens is we're getting a high incidence of liver failure in Nigerians. And some of these Nigerians don't know how they develop liver failure. Do you know that paracetamol, in America they call it acetaminophen. Acetaminophen and paracetamol at very high levels can cause liver failure. Now, nobody commits suicide or try to buy themselves if they take a whole 500 tablets of, paracetamol, because all it does really is to just kill your liver. It'll end your liver and it will have consequences that you don't like. Liver failure is really bad. Once the liver has failed, that's pretty much the end of life, because what now happens is you're going to have cirrhosis and then your stomach will start getting big, 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 like you're pregnant. This is the end result of what happens in breast cancer. Now, the liver is right under the breast. So when women have breast cancer, they normally die from the liver failure. And you will see them, especially the elder women, like, this is really sad. If you go to University of Ibadan Hospital, it's called UCH, University College Hospital in Ibadan. There's a ward just for cancer patients that are dying from breast cancer. And you will see women in that ward. All of them have big stomachs that they were pregnant. You would think it's a pregnant woman's ward. They'll be walking back and forth, but you look at their faces, they're elderly people. And then the director of the hospital once told me when I visited in 2014 that these are terminal patients waiting to die. It's really sad, because there's not much they can do for them anymore. So what makes that stomach big is the cirrhosis of the liver. That's water inside there. They can't filter it. Imagine you want to eat something and you can't filter it, and how do you eat that thing? There's just certain things that we have to filter. Imagine you want to drink Zobo, and your Zobo is ready, and you now pour the Zobo leaf through the filter, and it doesn't filter. You can't drink the Zobo with the leaves in it. That's the example I'm trying to give you here, people. So here's how it works, right? Omoloku. Omoloku is the child of the person that they're burying. Owambe's funeral, Owambe's. This is very popular. So a lot of funeral Owambe's, you will now see all these kids of the dead person. Maybe it's their grandmother, their father, or their mother. They'll come from London, America, and even in Nigeria. And they'll give all these foreign currencies and big money to these caterers. Nigerian caterers are doing it, Ghanaian caterers are doing it. Once they give them the money, let me give an example, because cow meat is high now. I don't know what it is now. I left Nigeria 2 years ago, but let me just give you an example. At the time I did this whole report in 2010, let's say cow meat was 200K. One cow was 200K. So the event planner will tell the relatives that, we have to buy a cow and we have to fry it, cook it, everything for the guests. So if one cow is 200K, all right, the children of the celebrant, whether it's wedding or Owambe or birthday, they'll now pay the event, person the 200K. Let's say that's the bill for everything, the cow, cooking it, and everything. What now happens is the cow itself is 100K. So they go to the market, all right, the bulls are like 150K, the male cow. Okay, so you got to go see this Wikipedia page called cattle. Cattle, go read about cattle. Simple things that we think we know, just go read about it. Education is free. So they now get this male cow called the bull, and the female cow is 100K. The male cow is 150K. The female cow is cheaper because if you know female cow meat, heifer, that's what they call a female cow that hasn't even born yet. The heifer meat is tough. So what they do is they save money, okay? They will now go to the cow market, buy the female cow for 100K. The rest of the 100K, they share it between themselves. And then they take that female cow and they use it to cook your beautiful food at the Owambe. If you see where these women are cooking, they will now take this female cow meat, cut it nicely and put it in a huge pot with the firewood, everything. And then they will pour in a whole bottle of paracetamol, 500 milligrams, like 1,000 tablets. They pour it inside. So the paracetamol acts as a meat tenderizer. It will soften the hard meat. And once it softens the hard meat, have you ever gone to an Owambe and you were eating meat? They brought your jollof rice and meat to you. You put that meat in your mouth, the meat just flowed right out of the bone. It was so nice and soft. Those are your paracetamol cooked beef. Be careful. Okay, so people have eaten and eaten and eaten at this Owambes, okay? And to the point of no return. And then years later, they now have this liver problem and they never drank. Alcohol is another form of liver disease. They never drank, they never did this, they never did that. And we all wonder. And then you see them on their sick beds begging for money to go to India for liver surgery. Please, don't let that be one of you. Be careful how you eat outside at Owambes. And then some women, because of poverty, you see them in the Owambes after people have eaten. They be clearing the plates and clearing the food because they're hungry. People are accumulating paracetamol into their liver. Okay, and then they're going to give you alcohol there. You drink paracetamol with alcohol. That's what you're doing at the Owambes, and your liver is messed up. So be careful. Make sure you educate everybody, about this. In Yoruba, I'm going to say it this way. Gbogbo ẹ̀yin tí wọ́n lọ sí Owambe, nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀ l'Owambe ó lágbára. Many people tí ní liver disease in Nigeria, tí wọ́n mọ̀ bó ṣe ní liver disease. Owambe ni gbogbo ẹ̀ tí ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Paracetamol náà fi ń ṣe ẹran tẹ́ ń jẹ ní Owambe. Àwọn ẹran tẹ́ máa jẹ tí pé ó máa jáde látòrí bone tó máa dùn dáadáa, nǹkan tó fi ń ṣe nìyẹn. Nigeria, Ghana, many places don't fit paracetamol she means tenderizer and it's illegal because I'm poisoning when you're small by small. Hello, cattle, lórí Wikipedia, kemo nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Practice in ṣẹlẹ̀ ti pẹ́ ẹnìkankan mọ̀ until gbàtà boss ní 2010. At the end of the day, ẹ̀yin kan wo video mi sìn tẹ́ ẹ mọ̀ nǹkan tó ń ṣẹlẹ̀. Until now, mo mọ̀ pé máa kún comment in thank you Dr. Kemi, thank you Dr. You are welcome in advance. Learn, share the video, let people know what's going on. Okay, I rarely eat beef at Owambes. I rarely go to Owambes, but if I have to go to one, I rarely eat beef because you don't know what they've cooked it with. Chicken, that kind of stuff. So, and if you're going to eat it one time won't hurt you, but it becomes later. The same thing goes for Inteman Jeonita, Nibuka. I want a buka no lo paracetamol. Teba go on ton lo paracetamol in lots of authorities. Some people have been arrested and everything. Caterers, restaurants are doing it behind the kitchen in the restaurant that you don't see. But the NAFDAC has warned them. Employees, if you see them doing it where you work, go and snitch on them. Meanwhile, I've already told you how to detox your liver once a week. These are the reasons why I taught you detox. You gotta detox. What if we need Bobo formula last week in detox videos me? Okay, you can go to TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. I post everywhere. Okay, for the liver, it's turmeric, beetroot, and carrots. You take a beetroot, you cut it into pieces, put it in your blender, cut a carrot into pieces in your blender. If you like, you can boil that carrot because when you boil the carrot, beta-carotene is activated. Boil carrots, raw beetroots, you can even boil the beetroots. But the thing is that you have a color combination here that's purple and orange. Okay, and it could be messy. So once everything enters the blender, okay, take 1 tablespoonful of turmeric into that. 1 beetroot, 1 carrot, 1 big carrot, and then 1 tablespoonful of turmeric. All right, I said table. All right, if you want, you can do half. Okay, if you want, you can do 1 teaspoonful. It doesn't matter. I do 1 tablespoonful. Now the water is pure water, bottled water, 8 ounces, and then blend. Drink that. You will see how your liver will be detoxed. You can't see it from outside. But you will notice that anything you eat, you are going regularly to the bathroom. The filtration mechanisms of the liver is going well. All right? I'm Dr. Kemi, okay, pharmacist and health educator. So share this video. It's a whole lot of things I'm giving you free here. Support my videos, guys. Send a donation, 1K. If everybody sends 1K, I'll be able to put more videos out there. I don't want to put videos in one spot. I like to move them all over. It's very difficult trying to get videos and data and uploading and all this stuff. Making these videos is very, very tedious. Okay, there's a lot of research I have to do before I start recording, and I don't read from a book. Thanks for watching.